Hey everybody, how are we doing on this Wednesday? So it is Wednesday, 4 p.m., different start time. And I'm going to tell you why I did that. As you guys are coming into the chat, say hi as you come in, like the video as you come in. Let me tell you guys why we had a reschedule today. I'm very sorry about that. But here's the story before we get started off in today's stream, which we're going to play some Super Nintendo games. We're going to have a live vote at the end of the video. And we're going to have a lot of fun today. I got some things to go over, some things to talk about. But beforehand, reason for the reschedule, I'd still plan to stream mainly on Tuesdays at 4:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. However, my wife was off work yesterday, and I asked her about the stream, and she said that she would need help parenting our son because he was being fussy. So, I made a business decision at that point. Because here's the thing, guys. As much as I love you all, and I really do, I love all of you, I don't have to live with you. I have to live with my wife. So if you guys are mad at me, at the end of the stream, we say our goodbyes, and I see you next time. But for my wife, I have to keep talking to her, keep living with her. So I made the business decision, I'm going to listen to my wife, and I'm going to reschedule. So that is why we are having a special stream time today of Wednesday at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. But we will continue next week, if all things go right, at 4:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Okay, Michael B is in the chat. What up? Bro, I think you were in for a good episode today, my friend. Man, I want to start off. So I am in this Discord chat with a bunch of retro gamers. I've been on other retro gaming streams, and there's just this thing that has taken over the internet in the past 2 or 3 weeks, and that is Stranger Things. I want to talk a little bit about my finale viewing experience. I'm not about to share any spoilers with you right now, although if you have waited this long to watch the finale, what are you doing? What are you doing? The finale was... When was the finale? New Year's Day? 6 days ago? It's the biggest pop culture thing to happen since, what, The Walking Dead? And you've waited 6 days and everybody at work and school's talking about it? What are you doing? You living under a rock, buddy? So I don't know why we're still waiting and people are worried about spoilers, but apparently they are, so I'm not going to say anything about that. What I would like to do is just kind of share with you my viewing experience of the finale. So the episode before, so what would that be? Episode 7, the one next to the finale. My sister throws this Stranger Things party. And here I'll go ahead and throw the games. That way you guys can be looking at it, strategizing, which are going to vote out. Last week, Jurassic Park was voted out. But anyway, so the episode before, my sister threw a Stranger Things party. We all show up, we look like we work for Netflix. Like, we look like we worked for the company Netflix. Dude, we have Stranger Things shirts on. I got my Stranger Things mug with my coffee in it. Stranger Things socks on. I'm decked out. So is the rest of my fam. We show up. She even found some kind of recipe on Pinterest. Stranger Things cake. Should have had a picture of it to throw on the screen. Incredible. Dude, we are all out for this premiere. So we watched Volume 2, and what happened, and it kind of fell flat for me at the very end. But anyway, we decided in our minds, before even Volume 2 came out, that we were going to watch it in theaters. Because if you guys know, if you're a Stranger Things fan, that they released the finale in theaters as well as on Netflix the next day. And we already had this plan. We have been watching Stranger Things for 10 years. I watched it season 1 at college with my friends. Lost my mind over it because it was so awesome. Watched it with my girlfriend at the time. We loved it. Told my family about it. Watched it a third time. Still loved it just as much. Dude, season 1's great. So I put my family on it 10 years ago. So even if we thought the last few episodes were lackluster, there were some plot holes, some of the writing didn't really make sense. We're like, you know what? We are a family. We planned this. We don't want to miss out on a nice family outing, something that probably will never happen again. So we're going to go through with our plan, and we're going to go to the theaters and we're going to watch it together. Now, I don't know if you guys are like this, and let me know in the comments. For me, if it's a movie I've seen before, or it's a comedy, or it's like a Sunday afternoon Adam Sandler type film, then yeah, we can talk and cut up why it's on. I've seen Sandlot 10 times. I don't mind somebody walking in the door, somebody talking to me, my phone going off. I don't mind all that. If we're talking a new drama series that I'm into, don't be yapping behind me. Don't be hooting and hollering. I don't want none of that. So we thought if we go that night that there's going to be a bunch of young people, a bunch of teenagers in the theater. And I'll be dang if I have a chicken jockey moment and people are yelling and screaming and throwing popcorn when I'm trying to laser focus in on Stranger Things. I'd lose my dadgum mind. So we decided, here's what we decided. What was that? Thursday morning, January 1st, we would wake up. I'm going to go back to confessional scene. We would wake up at 8:45 and watch the 8:45, or we'd have to wake up way before then, but we would catch the 8:45 showing at my local theater. That way, we had the rest of the day, because everybody had the day off work because New Year's Day. They have the rest of the day to do whatever we wanted, watch some college football, but we wouldn't be in the same theater as all the young folks talking on their phone, all that kind of stuff. So, dude, here's what I loved about that theater experience, is that it seems like for the past 10, 20 years, there's only been a very few amount of movies or movements that have caused a packed out theater and for people to rush to theaters. For me, man, it started as a kid seeing Harry Potter. I didn't see it, but I just remember at the theater I was watching something else, and there's just crowds of people in the theater, and they're all going to watch Harry Potter. Like, I remember what that was like. I remember what it was like, I think it was in high school, when there was a line. Again, I live in rural Louisiana. Dude, this theater, small town, not a whole lot going on. There was people lined up to the front door from the theater waiting to get in when Twilight released, or the second movie, I guess. Dude, it was bananas. Crazy town. And then that happened with, Endgame and Infinity War. Is that what it's called? I don't watch superhero movies, but it was kind of cool in high school or college. Well, that was just a few years ago. So college, I'm driving by that same theater, and, as a kid, it's usually packed because that was people love going to the theaters 10, 15 years ago. So, man, it was really cool to just go by the parking lot and see it full. And I feel like I haven't seen that in a long time, ever since Marvel's kind of fell off a little bit from what people have told me. But, dude, I'm telling you this, at 8:45 a.m. on a Thursday, not everybody's got it off, 8:45, the theater was at least half full from Stranger Things. And I know it was Stranger Things because people had their shirts on. I could hear people in line behind me getting popcorn, talking about Stranger Things. So, dude, it was so cool to be a part of something like that, to where, like, everybody's in on this fandom. And I can't imagine. There was, I think, 8 different showings that day. And I would imagine each showing after that would have been more and more packed, more and more full. But for the first one at 8:45 a.m. on a Thursday to be at least half packed and people excited about it, dude, that was so cool. That was awesome. And I don't know if you guys are, I guess, up to speed on how they did the theater tickets, but basically instead of you buying a ticket, you bought a voucher. It's a $20 voucher. So you see the movie for free. See the movie for free, but then you get $20 to spend at the concession. But you got to pay the $20 to see the movie. So actually the movie's not free, but that's how they marketed it. You see the movie for free, you get $20 to spend on concessions. Dude, it was so much fun. And it was $20 to see a show that I could have saw for free, basically, because I already got my Netflix account. I could have just watched it at home. But, dude, it was so funny. Me and my family, we're all up there. It felt like we were kids at the book fair because we all had a set limit. We all had $20. We're like, okay, if I get a large popcorn and a medium drink and I get these sweet tart ropes, that's going to put me at $17.50. But if I get a large Coke and a medium popcorn and 2 pieces of candy, then that's going to get me closer to $20. And dude, that was so much fun. We're just all at the counter, just trying to cut these deals. And I had 2 or 3 left on my voucher. I'm like, can I give my voucher to my sister? Can I give my voucher to my mom? I got $3 left on it. She wants some sweet tarts. Can I give it to her? So dude, it was so much fun. Because you remember that as a kid. You know, mom gave you $20. You buy whatever the heck that's, you know, whatever you want. Maybe you get a book. Maybe you just get some toys and prizes. You get to the very last, you know, a teacher that's just playing cashier that day. Then it comes to 1950. And you're like, 1950? Get me that eraser too, big dog. I'm walking out here with nothing. I want a full bag and no cash. So it was kind of fun, like having that whole $20 experience. So I walked in, didn't have to think about taking more cash out of my pocket, and I just got my popcorn, my drink. It's 8:45 a.m. I'm kind of sleepy, but at the same time I'm fired up. Bunch of people in the theater, all ready for Stranger Things. Dude, it was a blast. It was a blast. And then it was kind of fun, like after the credits rolled, there's not an extra scene after it ended. It's a Netflix show. Like, can you imagine? We're all watching it on Netflix, and you just sit there and watch the end credits and another scene happens. Well, so it doesn't happen on Netflix, so it's not going to happen in the theater. So we all know there's not going to be another scene. But after it ended, we're all just sitting there like, man, that was 10 years of our life. And it just ended. And we all went on this journey together. So, dude, it was a super cool experience. I don't know of another show that will be big enough for the theaters to do something like that again. I can't think of one that's even as close as big as Stranger Things right now. Maybe in a few years' time, something else pops up. I don't know. But, dude, super cool experience. And then I got to see, you know, the whole... Well, I don't want to give spoilers. I think we all know the Mind Flayer's in it. I got to see the Mind Flayer big screen. Dude, you can't put a price on that. Come on now. So, dude, it was super cool. It was awesome. Another thing I want to bring up, actually, I'm going to have to go back to this screen. Let me catch up on the chat. Well, no, it's just Michael B saying, hey, and he goes, it's okay, Jake. With all due respect, I love my wife and daughter more than you two. Hope you do, Michael B. It's all love, though, brother. But, yeah, I definitely got to pick my wife over the stream sometimes. Okay. Another thing I wanted to mention. Guys, I got a message on X the other day. Someone asked me, and I went through with it. Someone asked me to be a part of the Super Nintendo Game Jam 2026. So I'm going to be a juror at the Game Jam that's going to be hosted on Itch. So how this works, and I think I have an image. Let me pull the image up. Hold on. Pretty sure I got an image. Yeah, you should be able to see it now. So it's the SNES Dev Game Jam 2026. It's on Itch. I'm also going to put the link in the description here in just a moment or in the comment section. So basically what this is for those that like to homebrew games, retro games. If you would like to make a Super Nintendo game, and then in the description, like even when you go to the Dev Jam, it has different asset packs. It has, you know, all the stipulations of how to make the game. It kind of holds your hand a little bit, like if you're a first-time developer. And anyway, if you were interested in making your own Super Nintendo game, and apparently this has been going on, I know last year, I want to say the year before, and it sounds like it's been a success ever since they've been doing it. I know it was a success last year. But anyway, so anybody can make these homebrew Super Nintendo games. And again, there's certain rules about it, and it's got to be able to play on actual hardware and all that. But if you make one, you have all these different, you know, participants enter their game, and it ends up being a competition. And at the end of it, if you win, well, then you get a cartridge with all of the games that were submitted. Now, I think there's some other prizes as well, but that was the one that jumped out to me. I think there is a cartridge that's going to be made with at least 15 of the games, the top 15 games, and the winner will get that. So it's a really cool concept, and it's just a way to get your game out there and get your name out there if that's just, you know, something that you want to do. If you're into the homebrew market, or it's just an idea you've always had or something you want to tinker with, you can learn from other people, you can submit your own, and then you can have, you know, this kind of credit to go, okay, well, maybe I can do this. So hearing about all of that, I got asked to be a juror in this Super Nintendo Dev Game Jam. A juror. So I will be one that judges the competition. Now, I just use common sense. When I hear jury, I'm assuming there's going to be multiple of us. But here's how, I'm just telling you guys, here's how this always goes down for me. This is how it always goes down. If I'm in some sort of group or some sort of collaboration, whatever it is, at the end of it, I feel like they always make me the spokesperson. They always make me the lead. And I don't know if that's what's going to happen here. I'm not asking for that, but I never ask for it. I'll give you some examples. I work in banking as my main job. We go to this banking school about 2 months ago. And I walk in this room. They divide us in this banking school, and essentially at the end of it, you got to form your own bank, and it's a big simulation, and you got to keep your bank profitable, and you're basically running a simulated bank. But at the beginning of the project, they divide you up in teams. And so I'm in a team of 6 people, and I tell these people, I'm like, look, I haven't been in banking long. I don't know as much as you guys. I'm just here to help however I can help. Do what you got to do. We walk out of the room first day. They vote me CEO. I don't know how that happens, but that's what happens. I got selected for actual jury duty. This was about 8 months ago. Actual legit. No, this is grand jury. So this is like federal jury. Dude, I got selected out of the 12 or 14 people. They voted me to be the spokesperson to talk to the judge and the lawyer and present it. Me! Why? So it feels like, when I was in college, president of the fraternity, I'm always the spokesperson. I'm always the guy, representing. So I can imagine when it comes down to this Super Nintendo Dev Game Jam that I'm going to be the one typing. I'm going to be the one answering questions. I'm going to be the one going, okay, guys, I think this one needs to be ranked to number 1. I don't know if it's going to go like that, but it might. It feels like it always happens that way. It's either going to be that or they're going to already have their people in place and then they just added me because I make Super Nintendo videos and they have no idea what kind of chaos I can bring. Because, dude, my mom told me from the very get-go I'm passionate. Some people would say eccentric or stubborn or loud, but I like the word my mom used, passionate. So I think that these jurors are going to see how passionate I am because I have some very strong opinions. If they ask me my opinion, I'm going to give it to them. And I don't know if I'll be asked back the next year, but dude, I'm excited. I'm excited. I think this is a really cool way to keep the Super Nintendo game-making community alive. So I'm excited for that. I can't wait to see what actual games come out of it. I can't wait to see, what kind of connections I get out of it. Just to meet some people that are making games and how we can support them and maybe get some new Super Nintendo games out of it that maybe I can even put on the channel. Or just make a video on how the whole, Dev Game Jam happens on itch. I might put that on my channel. So just want to share that with you guys. I think it's really cool. Let me go ahead and grab the link. I'm going to put that in the description, in the comments. If you guys are ever thought about doing that, I know this is kind of a Super Nintendo channel, and that's what it's become, even though I will introduce consoles later. But if you guys would like to be a part of that, or if you know somebody, man, go check it out. It is now in the comments. Go check it out. Okay, so that's the few things I wanted to hit on today. If you just really, let me go ahead and hide this. I know that's kind of in the way. If you just want to know my opinion on the finale of Stranger Things, that was not on my agenda today. But if you just want that, I don't think anybody wants that. We have talked about it ad nauseum. We have talked about it on Rob's stream, Discord. I've had individual messages asking me about it because they know I'm a fan. I have just been texting about it, talking about it. I feel like a lot. But if you guys just really want to know my opinion, I will give it to you because I'm a very opinionated person. So if you guys want to pop off in the chat and you just really, really want me to, tell you what I think of it, I'll lay aside about 5 minutes, because it's going to be spoiler filled. I'm going to tell you what I think about the ending. If you just really want that, I'll do it, but I don't plan on doing that. I plan to play some freaking Super Nintendo games. So that's what I plan to do. Let me go ahead and turn the TV on, get my controller ready, and we're about to play. Now, as that is booting up, let you guys know of the games that are left. Guys, we are halfway through. We're halfway through. We have Demolition Man. Last week, we saw Jurassic Park go, which I'm so happy with because I did not want to play that game. I did not want to play it on live stream. There was not anything in me at all that wanted to play it. So the fact that it went away and was voted off before, somebody voted for me to play it, I'm really happy with. I'm excited about. Man, we got Rival Turf. Pretty shocked Rival Turf is still in it. I think that if you're the same ones that have watched my video review of Rival Turf, maybe that's kind of altered your opinion of why it stayed, because I talked pretty highly of it. Even though, yes, it's a run-of-the-mill beat-em-up. But I think it has some things that kind of keep it fresh and keep it fun. Like there's some wrestling moves you can do in there. There's I can't remember if it's a rage mode or angry mode. I think it's angry mode where your character, like your little emblem up there, he gets all mad and then you go invincible and you go really powerful for a minute. There's a bunch of little pick-me-ups that you can pick up, like health-wise. And I don't know, it's just fun. It's just simple, mindless Saturday morning co-op with your buddy fun. I enjoy it. I promise you, there are much worse beat 'em ups out there. There are plenty on the Super Nintendo that are much worse. And one of them being Alien vs. Predator, which we voted out a few weeks ago. We got WWF Raw. That is my pick to win it all. I really hope that WWF Raw wins. Out of the 3 WWF games we were given on the Super Nintendo, I think that is the best one. I think it offers the most. And I just got a lot of fond memories, a lot of nostalgia for that one. So I might be nostalgia blind. Don't care though. Not going to apologize. And then we got Toy Story. It left. That was probably week 1. It's a very nice looking game. Disney's very known for that. But dude, difficulty. There's too much going on with that one. The sprite it covers half the screen. Like Woody is half the screen. So obviously anything that tries to hit you, it's going to hit you. That's just the odds because Woody's ginormous. So Super Baseball Simulator, it left. Shaq Fu, I think some people are keeping him around for meme value at this point because I don't think there's a scenario where Shaq Fu is going to win. But I have seen crazier on Actual Survivor and Big Brother, 2 reality shows that I watch. Or even Beast Games. You get any reality show. If you let them hang around too long, you get to the end and then anything can happen. Anything can happen. So just be mindful of that if you guys want to keep Shaq Fu around for, I guess, meme value. Darius Twin, we're not talking about that. I was super sad when Darius Twin left us. I don't even want to bring that up. It's just going to make me tear up. Super Adventure Island 2, man, that is one of our longtime viewers, James and Encantress. Both of them love this game. It is a legacy character. It come from last season. We had a surprise twist at the beginning of the season. Super Adventure Island 2 is now back and able to win this season. So that's who we got left. Just want to remind you guys, but we are about to go into the gameplay portion where we're going to be playing. Hold on, if I can pull it up. Oh my gosh. Hold on. It is not wanting to play. I might have to give it the old... You guys know what I'm talking about. They say not to do that, but sometimes it's the only way. And guys, that's what I hope that you enjoy about this channel is that I'm not playing on new devices and emulators. I will be honest, today I'm using I can't really pick it up. It's all connected. But I'm using my Superboy today. But, man, I'm using an actual Rival Turf cartridge. I'm using actual Super Nintendo wired controllers. So, good thing is you get a lot of the 90s quality and I get a lot of nostalgia. And to me, it's fun. It's really fun when I get to play with equipment that I used when I was a kid. it places me back to the time of being a kid, and it's fun. I love it. It's a good time. Bad thing is, not as reliable because it's 30-year-old technology. So let's go ahead, pop this bad boy back in. Let's see if I can get it to play. Boom, Jelko. I see the intro. Here we go. Gameplay. And we are playing Rival Turf today. If you guys are subscribed to my YouTube channel, you can vote every day before the live stream for the game in which you want to see me play. And this was another three-way tie. And man, we used to have a ton of votes. I don't know with the algorithm or people are forgetting or whatever. But man, we had a three-way tie between Rival Turf. Hold on. We got to go to option. It was Rival Turf, Demolition Man, and I don't know. It was a three-way tie. Anyway, I'm breaking the tie. I want to play Rival Turf, so that's what we're doing today. Now, before you play Rival Turf, here's what you need to know. You need to go ahead and activate Angry Mode. I don't know why the default is off, but you want to go ahead and turn that John on. Hold on. On. Okay. Make sure you turn that on. And run LNR. Okay. All that looks normal. We're good with that. We're going to go ahead and start. We're going to go one player, and you have two different characters you can choose from, Jack Flack and Uzi Nelson. And if it were up to me, which it is, I'm going to go Jack Flack. Here we go. Playing some Rival Turf. Little Super Nintendo beat 'em up action. Here we go. Let me get my mic ready because I got to lock in. I've got to lock in. Stage 1 start. Okay. Actually, I'm going to press start before we get started. Make sure I'm caught up on the chat. Oh, I wanted your opinion on Stranger Things. Okay. Tell you what, I think that Michael B does not want it to be spoiled. Here, hold on. Michael B does not want it to be spoiled, Electric. So, let's go ahead and play some... Let's play some Rival Turf. Let's play some games. Let's chat it up a little bit. Let's hang out. Let's bro out. And then at the end, you know, that way everybody can even... I might do it at the very end, even after the voting. Let's do that. At the very end, after voting, then I will talk about my Stranger Things opinion of the finale, of the final episode. That way, those that don't want spoilers, they can be a part of the vote. They can hang out during gameplay. They can be a part of the whole episode. But at the end, they can cut out a little early so they won't hear the spoilers. Let's do that, Electric. Executive decision just made. All right, let's play some Rival Turf. I hope I don't get super embarrassed like I did last time on Darius Twin. Okay, here we go. From behind? From behind? I like that little punching combo there. See how you can just yeet people across the screen? I mean, how much fun is that? Look at that knee to the jaw. Yeah, I don't see how you're getting up from that, buddy. Let me chunk you across the screen. Flying kick! I mean, look how animated that is. Like when you jump and do a flying kick like that's so extra. How fun is that? Yeah, not getting up from that, buddy. I love the entry there, jumping out of the fence. That's good. Because you don't want... And you're going to see, you know, more of a variety. That's angry mode, so now I'm in angry mode. So now I'm not going to really take much damage, and I'm stronger. So I got to take advantage of that. But man, in beat 'em ups, when somebody just runs, or the enemies come from the left and right, like that one just did, and it's just over and over it's that way, okay, I got to lock in. But when it's over and over that way, that's not as fun. I'm thinking of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. There are the putties. Dude, they come from the sky. They come from cars on the street. They come from the ground, from bus stops. Like, they're coming from everywhere. And I like the different intros that they have. And so when they're just coming from left to right in a beat 'em up, that's super lame. AVP was kind of like that. They were just walking on screen from left to right. But in this game, there is some... Ooh, drop kick. A literal drop kick. You drop to the ground and kick. But when you have different ways that the enemies, like you see how they're jumping out of the shop like that, and you would think like, okay, Jake, that's not asking for a lot. That's pretty standard. You would be surprised. I've played a lot of beat 'em ups on the Super Nintendo. You would be surprised. Oh, dude, look at that backbreaker. Okay. Wish I could do that again. Let me go ahead and clear this screen out right quick. How did he just break my combo like that? Let me go ahead and yeet you out the screen. Also, the bosses on the Rival Turf look really... They're a lot of fun. Wait till you get to them. Anything in that trash can? Ooh, a sody? Looks like a Diet Coke, don't it? Guys, let's go ahead and drink that Diet Coke. Get fueled up. That gave me like 3 HP points. That's going to be really helpful. Okay, we're going to battle in front of the city sign. The city times. Man, we got to look at that green bodybuilder. Bro, what? Oh, did you see that? Look at that spin disco move I just did. That's cool. Nice. Oh, this sucker's, he's gonna... A little bit of a bullet sponge here. He's hefty and meaty. It's hard to bring him down. Or her. I don't know. But I mean, with all the muscles, it's hard to bring down. Got a lot of health there. And of course, in any side-scrolling beat-em-up, you have a bus scene, because that's every single one of them. Okay. Come on. I've been getting hit too much. I gotta... And I think, so... Oh, I thought I paused it. Hold on. So I think, you see how you have 5 little small men on the top left of the screen, next to my name, Flack? So you have, those are your lives, and then you have those in each continue. So essentially you have 20 lives, but you have to have them, I don't think there's a password system, so you have 20 lives to get from the beginning to the very end of the game. So in your mind, you're like, okay, I got a lot of cushion here. I got a long leash. But at the same time, it's like, no, this is what you have until the end. Like you don't want to die too many times at the beginning, because at the end it obviously gets significantly harder. And then here you are at the very end, and you're just watching every move and hoping you can make it through. So you got to be very watchful, because you got to live with your decisions all the way through the game. Dude, look at that guy's mohawk in the background. Okay. Dude's got some forearms too. Let's pick up that knife. Let's pick up that knife. Okay, put me in rage mode. Put me in rage mode. I missed him with the knife. That's super lame. Don't worry, we're going to have more weapons along the way. We'll have better weapons along the way too. Got a giant sumo cyborg. Good lord. Look at this guy. Benches 500 pounds and got a 30-inch waist. What kind of Looney Tunes character? Look at this guy. I'm tired of this pink leggings wearing alien looking sucker. Man, this guy, it's like I see him all the time, and he's hard to take down. He's got, look at the reach on them legs too. Look at the leg reach. Sucker's legs cover half the screen. What am I supposed to do with that? Ooh. Little domino effect. Throw one enemy into 2 more. I like that. I like that. I'm starting to get the hang of it. Okay. Do my disco kick once or twice. Swap it up on him. Okay. Took pink legging guy down. There we go. Next phase. We're not even close to the end of the game. It's a lot more than you think. Is it bad? I did know what Rival Turf was. I did know what Rival Turf was, or I did not. Gives me Final Fight vibes. I approve. Yeah, it's another Final Fight clone. Guys, there's so many Final Fight clones on the Super Nintendo. Like, it is absolutely... Ooh, sushi on the ground. Got to pick that up. It's absolutely ridiculous how many Final Fight clones there are on this system. I mean, it was just such a big success. Everybody wanted to copy it. It wasn't that hard to copy. I mean, you're running to the right and you're beating baddies up. So we got a bunch of them. A lot of them are good. Even more of them are terrible. But this is one that I do enjoy. I think that it's very cartoony. It's very vibrant and bright. It's got some good music in the background to vibe to. And I think if you had 2 people pulling off wrestling moves, like if you were to play this couch co-op, you would have a absolute freaking blast. So that's my personal opinion. Dude, this guy won't let me get close to him. Oh, I forgot I can run. I can sprint. I forgot about that. Well, I'm about to be just hauling on screen. Look at this. I'm about to be hauling. I just hauled right into a chin full of fist. Go ahead and throw him on screen. Backbreaker! Dude, that's such a cool move. Okay, I think I only got 1 or 2 more enemies before I have like the first boss, essentially. So that's going to be kind of cool. And if I remember right, he jumps from the city hall ceiling, which is a ton of fun. I cannot stand that guy with pink leggings. Cannot stand it. His reach is, I mean, he's 8 foot tall. His legs got to be 5 foot tall. Got him. Okay. Yeah, and the whole thing about Rival Turf, if you haven't heard it, so it's, I mean, it is what it is. It's kind of like there's 2 different, I guess, gangs or different gangs, and you're protecting your turf, so it has that whole vibe to it. Oh, dude, imagine rolling up on City Hall, and you got just a bodybuilding genie doing pull-ups from the top of City Hall. How cool is that? He don't want that backbreaker, though. Miss me with that sword. Miss me with that sword. Chunk you across. Oh, did I steal the sword? Bro, I stole the sword. Get some of that sword. Let's go. Oh, he stole it back. He stole it back. Retreat. He retreat. Oh, I lost a life on that one. Giant knee to the face. Giant knee to the face. Let me throw the big guy into the small guy. They can't just give me the giant bowed up genie. They got to give me his henchman. Ooh, I love getting a 2-for-1 hit like that. I love that. That's fun. And of course the music picks up because you know you're fighting. Who's the genie from Aladdin? Somebody help me out. You're fighting the Arnold Schwarzenegger version of him. Dude, look. And now he's got 2 henchmen on screen at the same time? Okay, stage 1 clear, but at what cost? Took a lot of damage right there. It's not good. Okay, then you got this overworld map, and you go from one to the next. So now we're going to a... Oh, I remember. Yeah, this one's at a stadium. Stadium vibes. Here we go. You got any health for me in that trash can? Oh, we got a knife. I'll pick that up. Actually, I won't. I'll get kicked in the face. Dude, I can't even pick up that knife. They're like, no, we are not getting stabbed by that. Forget that. It's okay. Go in rage mode. Give you the what for. Come here. Just put a lot of damage on that small guy in the back. It's almost like it's more trouble than it's worth trying to pick up a weapon because they do not want you to pick it up. Oh, and then we got somebody throwing dynamite because that's fair. Okay. Oh, dude, that reach is insane. Reach is insane. I like how I just got the double combo hit and I couldn't even... Yeah, we're going to continue. Double combo hit. Oh, you come as... Look at that power bomb. So you drop in his Uzi if you die, so you swap back and forth. I think I remember that. Dude, what am I going to do about this guy chunking dynamites in there? What in the world? Jackknife! I remember Kevin Nash's move, the jackknife. That guy's just chilling, watching the game, acting like he's not about to jump in on this action and get me from behind. Rage mode, I got Uzi. Look at that dash attack. Okay. Can you imagine just trying to watch a ball game and you see giant bowed up people with football helmets and jiu-jitsu clothes just battling it out in section 304? Could you guys imagine that? Because that's what's happening. But I promise you, I'm about to walk away with the win. From the sky. Oh, he's punching from the sky like a Macho Man elbow drop? I mean, that's cool, but no reach. Look at that. His legs got way more reach than me, and I'm taller than him. All right, I got to learn his moves right quick because I'm doing way worse with Uzi. Way worse. What was that? I don't know. Wish I could do it again. Did I just do a Hurricanrana? Slam him to the ground. Dude, this dude's huge. Holy crap. And he's a Cyclops. Or a cyborg. He's got like a little visor on him. We're going to have to do something different. This is crazy. I'm getting hit from every corner. Rage. Rage. Rage out. I could tell if I was playing this on stream to get to the last levels, I would definitely probably have to restart at this point because you would need more lives to get to the very end. But we're going to ride it out. Jumping out the locker. See, that guy just took 3 punches. Man, that other guy, goodness. That was terrible. See if I can do a little sliding kick. Can I do that? No. No sliding kick. He's just powerful. He can just pick people up. I like agility. I like being able to move around. I like reach and agility. Ooh, I hit him on the backswing. It's not too bad. Is that a spinning forearm right there I just did? Uppercut. In Mortal Kombat, that would have been like half his health bar. You guys remember that from Mortal Kombat? Dude, you'd hit somebody with an uppercut, half their health is gone. Spinning kick. Spinning kick. Dude, you can't get close to that guy. That is ridiculous. Hurricanrana. Body slam. I've been punched him 2 or 3 times and body slammed him, and I wouldn't have been surprised if he would have gotten up. Okay, we got the Arnold Terminator coming from the right. Old cyborg fella. Dude, can you imagine him as a wrestling gimmick? Dude, he would be so over with the crowd. Holy crap, I would buy his t-shirt. Or his muscle shirt. Dude, that's such a cool move. So I have to get behind them to do the Hurricanrana move, which is kind of difficult to do. I'll just hit him with a few Macho Man from the top rope elbows and do him in. I totally forgot their health bar is on the top under mine. Whoever you're fighting, totally forgot about that. Okay, we're going to continue. We will move onward. What's next? Okay, I think right at the beginning it's going to give me some health on this one, I think. Yep, there's some turkey. That's going to be mine, boys. Appreciate it. Turkey on New Year's. Here we go. Let's see if I can do a Hurricanrana again. No, I'm going to have to jump out of that. He had me cornered. The guy with the pink leggings. Why is he so strong? I'm pausing. I'm gonna go to the chat real quick. His name was Genie, actually. That's crazy. I feel dumb. Let's see. Rival Turf versus Shaq Fu in the finale. I don't know if people want that or not. That would be very, very interesting if that's... Come on, camera. Follow me around here. That would be very, very interesting if we had 2 beat-em-ups in the finale. I don't think that's going to happen, but that would be something. All right, I'm here. Everybody calm down. Rob is here. Everybody chill. We are okay. I mean, we were planning on stopping the stream if you didn't show up in the next 5 minutes, Rob. I mean, it's kind of useless without you, really. Okay. In the chat. No, I'm not thinking of Robin Williams. I know that's his real name. I was thinking of like the Genie's name, but I guess it's just Genie, which makes me feel super dumb. So, are we voting off Master Higgins today? Never forget Buster. Dude, Michael B has been the champion for getting out Master Higgins. Will it be the day? Will it be the day that you get out Super Adventure Island 2 Master Higgins? This is who we got left. Guys, we only got 5 left. We're halfway through. We'll see who goes home today. Higgins is out. Ooh, that's 2 votes against Higgins. James and Enchantress, they better clear the schedule. They better even it up, because I know that they would vote anything other than Super Adventure Island 2. I don't know where they're at today, but they better log in and lock in is what they better do. This is the way. Oh, no. No, it's not going to look good for Super Adventure Island 2. James is going to have a cow if he... So it got voted out in Season 1, so he's a longtime follower. If you're new to the channel... he's a longtime follower, subscriber of mine, and he is a champion and huge fan of Super Adventure Island 2. in Season 1, him and a few others that also like Super Adventure Island 2, for whatever reason, missed the episode. Their votes were not cast. Super Adventure Island 2 went home because of it. He comes back on Twitter. He comes on the next episode. He's cutting promos on Michael B. He's cutting promos on me. And it's just, things are getting out of hand. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to give everybody a chance to vote somebody in on Season 2, a returning character. So, of course, he returns. Makes his long-anticipated return to Retro Survivor. And he's on Season 2. And then here we are again. Missed the episode. On the chopping block, could go home. That would be, you can't book it any better. You can't book any better than that. Okay, let's go back to gameplay. Let's play some more Rival Turf. I got not a lot more time, I got a little more time. So Jake's arch nemesis is tall guy with pink leggings. Dude, he is hitting me with a 3-piece and a biscuit right now, and I can't do nothing about it. I mean, he is just taking me to school. Rage mode. You gotta do what you gotta do. Sometimes you gotta... Dude, that move is so awesome. I can't get over that. Hurricanrana from the big man. Can you imagine somebody as big as him, 350-pounder, giving a Hurricanrana back in the day? Dude, that would be insane. Be overpowered. I'm about to have to hit a continue. Probably no, unless I really turned it around, there's no way I would make it to the very end the way I'm playing right now, but we're going to play with the lives that we have. Dude, and this the demeanor, looking so smug. That guy with the jiu-jitsu clothes right there, he's walking up to me with his hands in his pockets. Dude, give me some respect at least. It's like the anime protagonist that walks away after a big win with their hands in their pockets. He's walking up to me with his hands in his pockets. Dude, that's just such a slap in the face. Give me some respect. There's the guy with the leggings. Let me see if I can hit him on the backswing. Dude, he's not going to let you hit him. He has infinite reach. About to clear the screen with elbows. I'm just going to fill this whole parking lot up with flying elbows is what I'm about to do. See what happens. How do I do that spin? Oh, there we go. The spinning elbow. Spinning elbow. Dude, I got forearms and elbows everywhere. Maybe that was the key. That was the key. Every once in a while, you got to throw that power bomb in, though. Power bombs for everybody. I was just about to say I am locking in, and then I got kicked in the face. I want to do that Hurricanrana, but you got to do it from behind, I'm pretty sure. And it's really hard to sneak up behind him. Falls out and faints. Continue. Yes. What are you talking about? I'm not going to give up. Oh, we were back to Axon Jackson, Flaxen Waxen, whatever his name is. Flak Jack. Oh, yeah. Put him on that German suplex. That's textbook German suplex right there. Textbook. I love, and see, that's the thing that Uzi doesn't have, that Jack Flack does, is he's got this this move where he can literally throw people. Even though he looks like he would be in the cruiserweight division, he is literally throwing individuals. He's throwing bodies, and you can get big collateral damage when you get to throw bodies like that. I mean, that guy's 3 times his size, and he's just chunking them. Look at the domino effect. Let's see if I can... Ooh, I want to do that sliding kick. There we go. Oh, he messed up my punching combo. Oh, I'm in rage mode. It means he hit me too many times. What's that other, he's got like a spinning little disco kick too. I can't remember how to do it. I did it earlier. Hold on. There it is. I think it's hold backwards and then B. I got hit too many times trying to remember my dang spinning kick move. I want you guys to see a plethora of what my boy Jack Flack's rolling up to the fight with. All his moves. He's got them all. Okay. We got 2 pink-legged guys, which means it's probably... That spells disaster for Jake. Ooh, next boss, maybe? Oh, yep. You know from the music it's a boss. Come up with that. Oh, yeah, he woke right up into just a flurry of fist. Dude, look at that reach. me see if I can put my hands on him while I'm strong in my angry mode. Wake up to that combo. Oh yeah, that was clutch. Knee to the face. Knee to the face. Come on, I'm locked in now. Oh no, he got me. Okay, hold on. No! No! Come on. German suplex. Throw him across the room. Come on now, I'm getting a little offense in there. I get run over by a car. For real? We're in a boss fight in a parking. Timeout. We're in a parking lot. Who's driving by at 50 miles an hour in a parking lot? We're in a parking garage. Who is just making circles, dropping off baddies? Bro, what? Doesn't make any sense. Throwing it. We're throwing him. Stage 2, clear. Long, painful journey getting there, but we got there. Skyscraper! I can't remember this stage and what it looks like at all, I'm going to be honest with you. Oh, this one's cool. I think this one has more items too. I'm pretty sure. I think you can hit this. Oh, you can throw the barrel. I didn't take advantage of throwing the barrel. I'm sure it probably exploded or gave toxic waste or something. Totally missed that. It brings me back to last week when I was missing those chair shots. But that's why we call it Jake Dies Again, ladies and gentlemen. One football helmet guy named Case. Jack against Case. Come on. Dude, nothing is more satisfying when you get the full punch combo into the uppercut. Dude, that is just... that feels great. Is that a brick? Dude, I'm about to yeet that like Kevin on Home Alone. I'm about to throw some bricks. I'm about to throw this brick. Smoked him with a brick. Oh, and he got up from it. Just like Marv did. Throwing him. And there's another... Oh, big... His name's Skinny. Of course it is. That's the most... what do you call it? What do you call the underlings of a boss? He's such a jobber. Skinny, you're such a jobber, dude. Get out of here. You only made the league because you're 7 foot tall. You have no athletic ability. Get out of here. Nobody wants you around. Dude, are these guys sad right now? Okay, picked him up on the street. Oh, he's throwing dynamite. Don't bring fists to a dynamite match. I know that. Oh, no. Avoid the dynamite. Yeah, I just got hit by that dynamite. Y'all saw it. I've been trying to avoid them. It was inevitable. At some point, I was going to get got. I'm just going to start yeeting them. Ooh, he's got some long legs. He's got some reach on him. Oh, Reggie. I like how they do name the characters that way if you're playing couch co-op. If you're talking to your buddy, you're like, okay, well, I'm going to beat up Reggie while you work on Jonathan or whoever the heck. So I do like that. But Reggie's giving me a run right now. Reggie's on a run. I didn't know how to throw it. Oh, it dropped a knife. It better do some damage. It didn't even do that much damage. A knife didn't do that much damage. That's absolutely insane. Oh, now I'm back on Uzi. Just awful. Did you guys see that this guy's name is Arnold, by the way? His name's Arnold. Very surprising there. Dude, he just DDT'd me. Did you guys see that? Don't worry. I just slammed him to the ground because of it. Dude, these are super. Hurricanrana. You guys just saw it. Flying elbow. Macho Man inspired. Powerbomb. Alright, let me beat these two Arnolds up, and then we're going to have to wrap up the stream here. Or, not wrap up, but we're going to have to go to voting here pretty soon. And we're going to have to see if Master Higgins survives. How do I do that sliding kick? I know how to do it with Jack Flack. It's crazy that the controls are actually somewhat different. Like, they're not the same buttons, but different moves. Some of the controls are actually different. Not all of them, but some of them. Dude, here we got the... Dude, that is just a... I can't get over that build. He's got 4-foot wide shoulders. He's got the beer gut and a 30-inch waist. That's just crazy, crazy work right there. Okay, let's see if we can clear this screen right quick. Gigante. That guy's name is, and I see why. He's ginormous. He's even slapping me like somebody in a wrestling that's a giant, like a Andre the Giant or a Big Show or somebody. Giving me some chops. It's all right. I'm about to give him that elbow. Nope, he's going to DDT me again, dude. Herker on him. Super power bomb. Super pop-up power bomb. Okay, who's the next boss? Am I at the boss yet? Ooh, I'm not sure. I would think so. Let's see where it takes us. Of course, we're on a rising platform stage. Every Final Fight clone, every side-scrolling beat-em-up has a bus stage and normally has a platform stage where you go up and down. Normally. Okay, I remember this. Give me something good out of this crate. Give me something good. Give me some turkey. That's what I'm talking about. I deserved it. Dude, did you see that guy on the left? The big heavyset guy? Did you just see him try to drop an elbow? You know that would hurt. He's got tiny arms, pointy elbows with a lot of weight behind it. You know that's got to hurt. Alright guys, this is Rival Turf. Let me catch up on that chat right quick. Kung Fu guy walks up with hands in pockets, then levels you with a jump kick. What a goat. Yeah, dude, he just put me in my place. Pink leggings is straight up blue collar. That even hurt to read. As a blue collar worker, I don't know how to take that. Yeah, I'm a little offended being slightly blue collar myself. I'm a little offended at that. And which one of the character has the best drop kick? I don't know. Like which wrestler in today's wrestling or in this game particularly who has the best drop kick? Because I don't really see a whole lot of drop kicking. It's more so wrestling moves, which I guess a drop kick's a wrestling move, but you know what I mean. A lot of grappling, a lot of close encounter stuff. Dude, I got a 3-for-1 right there. Let's go. Dude, I'm getting straight up done up right now. I'm not near as good with Uzi as I am Jack. I think that's very evident. Or at least that's my excuse right now. Look at that the spinning elbow. What are you going to do with that? Somebody walks in a bar fight and just does a 360 super spin elbow. What are you going to do with that? How's a bouncer even going to grab him? That's the glitch. Okay. Let me get this guy off screen, and I think we need to go to our voting. So this is Rival Turf. Hope you had a little fun with that. Another Final Fight clone. Let's see. Let's go to votes are open. Voting is open. I'm going to go ahead and grab the poll, everybody. Let me go ahead and grab that. Grab the poll. I'm going to put it in the chat. And remember, I need you to make the vote of who you would like to evict. Who you would like to evict from today's episode of Retro Survivor. Okay, here we go. Copy. Paste it in the chat. The poll is now live, everybody. I need you to go vote on who you would like to evict from today's episode of Retro Survivor. Who's it going to be? Go vote, everybody, right now on straw poll. It is in the comments. Let me go ahead and try to pin it. I always have trouble trying to grab it for a pin. Sometimes YouTube tries to fight me on that, but I'm going to try it. I'm going to continue to try it. Okay, it's not letting me pin right now, but go find it in the comments. The straw poll is active. Voting is open, as you see on the screen. And the voting choices are Demolition Man, Rival Turf, which some of you have just seen for the very first time, which is so surprising that Rival Turf made it this far, and some of you have never even seen it. It's got to be that great cover art. I mean, look at that. Look at that cover art. I mean, you just knew. You just knew Jelco was cooking. You see a cover art like that. I mean, how 90s is that? Yeah, you don't want to mess with those guys. That's for dang sure. Then we got WWF Raw, which you guys know that is your host pick to win it all. WWF Raw. And I will, dude, I'm trying to think of a promise I can make that I can keep. I'm going to do something special. If WWF Raw wins, I'm wearing a Taker shirt or I'm getting a championship belt. I'm doing something. I'm wearing it on the stream. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get me a belt from somebody, and I'm wearing that, John, on the screen if WWF Raw wins. I'm going to hold up the belt because not only did WWF Raw win, I won the championship. It was a win for me. So I'll bring a belt on if they win. Don't let that sway your vote or anything. I would hate if you voted my way just for a silly, goofy promise. I'd hate that. I would hate to bribe the voting situation to my favor. I mean, I wouldn't be able to sleep at night. I would really hate that. So, but I will do that. I'll bring a championship belt on screen if WWF Raw wins it. I mean, dude, look at the title. It says Wrestling's Rudest and Roughest. I mean, come on. Does that not make you just want to just jump in and play with the boys? Shaq Fu, which is, again, the dark horse for some. I think a lot of you just want the laugh of seeing it next to another game in the finale, clipping it, memeing it, sharing it to somebody in the Discord. I think that some of you just want to watch the world burn. Some of you just want chaos. Some of you just want to see Shaq Fu in the finals just because. Just to get a little cackle. Just to get a little giggle. So that, I don't know. We'll see. Master Higgins could go home today. If we don't get some lovers of Super Adventure Island 2 in the chat very quickly, that could happen today. Where Super Adventure Island 2 goes home prematurely. And then, Michael B., you can then tell James, you can then tell Enchantress that, look, Master Higgins got kicked off Retro Survivor not once, but twice. Twice. At least Buster only got kicked off once. Master Higgins twice got kicked off Retro Survivor. I don't know if he'll ever live that down. I don't know if he'll ever live that down. Now, one of these days, when we're in a Retro Survivor season 7 or 8, whenever, and Demon's Crest is on here, and we do Demon's Crest dirty, then James will have a riot. You want to talk about cutting a promo. There will be so much heat in this chat if Demon's Crest got done up. Kind of that's his absolute favorite game. We're just all going to have to get ready for that. But man, the voting is open. If you want to go vote, I'm going to stall for another moment. Let everybody have a chance to go vote. Again, this is straw poll. You don't have to make an account. You don't have to go through a bunch of clicks or a bunch of screens. It's not going to ask you for all your personal information. There's not going to be a bunch of ads for 10% off. Man, it's going to be just a click. You don't even have to put your name or your YouTube channel or any kind of credentials like that. You don't have to pay for anything. This is all free. You just click the link that I put in the comments. Go vote. Be a part of the show. That's what's so fun about Retro Survivor is that it's not just me streaming games and looking terrible doing so, whether it be a old beat 'em up or a Super Adventure Island 2 or me tombstoning everybody on WWF Raw, but you guys get to be a part of the show. And I want you to be a part of it. And you can do so, again, by voting on straw poll, telling me who you would like to evict. I'm going to tally up the votes at the very end of the voting, and whoever has the most votes to go home, just like in Survivor, if you guys have ever seen the show, whoever has the most votes to go home, that's who we will put the red X on. We're going to call the lifeboat. The camera crew has a lifeboat on a nearby island. They're going to come pick you up. They're going to come take the contestant away, and they will no longer be on Retro Survivor. So that is how this show works, and I need you all to go vote right now. Go vote right now. Let's see. Get ready to throw up. Get ready to throw up the pic I sent you, Jake. Man. Let me go see if I can find it, Michael B. I know you sent it to me on X a while back. I don't know if I can add it. I'd have to do a display share. I'll definitely do it. I promise I'll do it next stream. Because I think, just like the game jam that I shared at the beginning of the stream, I'm pretty sure I have to have all of that before we're live. I mean, I could do a display capture, but it's on my phone. It's not on my... I'd have to move some stuff around. But I will show it next stream. If this happens, if this heist, we'll call it a heist. If this heist happens, Michael B., and you conjure up and pull the strings to get Master Higgins out, I will share that picture and whatever else in the comments or on the show live next week just because. Just because I'm that kind of person, I like to stir the pot a little bit. Okay. Electric says, I think if we vote, we should get Taco Bell voucher or something. You can talk to Rob about that. Dude, I'm telling you, so Rob is, one of the longtime watchers of the show. He also has his own channel, his own Twitch channel in the retro years. Dude, I have this running joke with him that every single time I hop on his show, I get ads for Taco Bell. I'm like, dude, are you sponsored by Taco Bell? Are you getting money for every time somebody gets a triple layer burrito? Is that how this works? Because I'm telling you, every single time I hop in on your stream, I get an ad for Taco Bell. So, dude, you want to talk about a Taco Bell voucher? You need to at your friend Rob right now. That's what you need to do. I'm not sponsored by him. I'm not sponsored by nobody. And right now, I like it that way because I got my own voice. And I'm always going to keep that. I'm always going to keep my own voice and my own opinions. Matters too much to me. Okay. So let's go ahead and look at the vote. I'm probably going to close it because I got some places to be. And then we will have our ending ceremony. Okay. Everybody, give you one last second to go vote. One last second to go vote. All right, here we go. I'm about to close it. Hold on. Let me go view the results. Okay. The voting is now closed. The votes are in. Dum dum dum. Let's get the campfire going. Actually, let's do this. Yeah, let's get the... No, not that. Wrong button. Hold on. I got to get the fire going. It rained yesterday, okay, people? The wood is wet. It's hard to get the fire going. Give me a moment. Hold on. Not everything's perfect. Okay. Fire's going. We've got the contestants all sitting around. Guys, without further ado, you guys know that this is Tribal Council. And I have an announcement for you all. In the next few moments, I'm going to announce who is leaving the show. And they're going to be leaving this season, and they're going to have just a few moments to pack up their things, say their goodbyes, shake their hands, squander any beef that they have with somebody, kiss people on the cheek, and like I said, just pack up and they're going to have to go. We're going to see them off. They're going to be picked up in a boat by a nearby camera crew, and they're going to take them away, and they will be no more on this season. And I have those results right here in front of me tonight on Retro Survivor. And without, like I said, further ado, let me go ahead and get my X ready. The red X for Episode 7, Retro Survivor, is going to be Super Adventure Island 2. Master Higgins is hitting the road again. Man, this is tough. This is tough to see. James and Enchantress are going to lose their mind. But I have to honor the voting. In Super Adventure Island 2, Master Higgins, you must pack up your things. You don't really wear a shirt, so you don't have to get any shirts together, but get your little hula skirt thing that you wear and your ball cap and your sticks and your twigs and your things that you brought. Get them all together, because right now what's about to happen is... If you hear that, that's the camera crew on the on the main island. They're on their way. You hear the boat. And they are coming to get you. They're going to come pick you up. And we're going to have to all say goodbye to you on Retro Survivor. You've been a good contestant, Master Higgins. I've enjoyed having you the past 2 seasons. And maybe one day we'll have a legacy season and see you again. But that is all the time we have with you this season. Okay, everybody, let's see. We'll go back to... No, hold on. We'll go back to the confessional scene. Man, everybody, thank you so much for voting. Actually, no, I want to hold that. I want to keep that up there. Let's keep that up there. Hold on. Just in case somebody comes in late, I want them to see the voting in which just happened. The voting that just happened is that Master Higgins is gone, ladies and gentlemen. After all we went through with the twist of bringing someone back from season 1, this is what you guys do. You revolving door. He walks in, he walks out, and he's gone. What? I really thought that Master Higgins was going to shake things up, and we could have had a Shaq Master Higgins finale. But the chat chose otherwise, and I got to honor that. I'm a subjective host. I'm not very objective, but I got to honor the voting. I just cannot believe the twist, all leading to a, episode 7 departure? I had no idea that was going to happen. I thought for sure Master Higgins was going to make it. I mean, he made it top 5, but top 3 at least, I would think. I am dumbfounded. When I go to share this later on X and probably make a clip out of it and put it on YouTube, people are going to freak out. You guys are savages. And Michael B., I'm going to ask you, live on network television, how do you sleep at night, buddy? How are you going to sleep tonight knowing you just did your buddy James and Enchantress the way you just did? Michael B's probably like, with the fan on medium, buddy, I'm going to sleep good, because he hates Michael B. Or he hates Master Higgins. Okay, let me go ahead and check on the chat right quick before I close this out. The chat says, Retro Hunter says, I need that Taco Bell money. Bro, you're getting it. You get it from me every time I'm on your stream, dude. Every time I log in, I get an ad for Taco Bell. And you won't open up about your sponsorship deal with them. But I know it's there. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Hey, hey, hey. Goodbye. Is what Michael B says to Master Higgins. Sorry I had to do that. If he went through all that trouble of commenting all of the lyrics to it, you know I had to sing it. James is going to watch this back, and he's just going to, dude, I'm telling you, I'm going to get some hate mail. Holy moly, I will say I didn't vote for Higgins. Is that a betrayal? You didn't have to vote for him. Michael B has done pulled the strings, and he's done convinced the masses that Master Higgins should have went home. Michael B has already wormed his way into everybody's brains and just conjured up this audience, this mob against Master Higgins. You didn't have to do anything, Rob. It was all Michael B. He was the man behind the mask. He was it. This is not the way, Rob, but I forgive you. I sleep on my side with a pillow. Yeah, Michael B says he's going to sleep just fine. All right, everybody, thank you so much for being a part of today's stream. Sorry it was at a different time, so we had less activity in the chat. I know that kind of messes everybody up when I do that. But I have a family, and I try to stick with Tuesdays at 4:30. I'm going to continue to do that. But sometimes I got to call an audible, and the only way you're going to know about that audible is if you follow me on X. I'm always going to post if there is a change in time. I'm going to post it on there first. That way you guys can stay tuned, and you won't miss me dying on a Super Nintendo game. You won't miss the voting. You won't miss just the hanging out with the guys. You're not going to miss any of that if you follow me on X, if you subscribe to the channel, because on the day before, if you guys know, I post a question, what would you guys like to see me play on the next episode of Retro Survivor? And I always put the time in that post as well. So if you guys subscribe to the channel and you follow me on X, you won't be without the starting time. But we're going to stick a pin in this conversation. Till next week, next Tuesday at 4:30. Like I said, unless things change with my wife's schedule and my son, I'm going to shoot for next Tuesday at 4:30. Thank you guys so much. We are down to 4 in Retro Survivor. I cannot believe what happened with Master Higgins. I'm speechless. Like, I just wanted to say something, and I just can't because I'm just speechless at what Master Higgins has went through in the past 2 seasons. Man, you guys are ruthless. You're ruthless. But that's the way Retro Survivor goes sometimes. So thank you again for watching. I'm going to catch you next week.